In this video, we are going to replace the screen on a Dell M6700 Precision Mobile Workstation laptop. The first thing we want to do is take the laptop and flip it over and remove the battery. We'll set that aside for right now. We flip the laptop right side up and open it up. What we'll need for this is some type of card, something to pry with, and a small Phillips screwdriver. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our card, we're going to slip it up underneath the bezel to remove the bezel. You can start in the corner, move it across, and it'll pop the bezel off. Then go to the sides. Just do a little pop. Once we have it coming off, you can slowly pop it off. We'll take the card again at the bottom. We just want to pry it a little bit and it'll come free. We'll set that aside for right now. Now, we're going to remove the screws from the rails that hold the display in place. We're going to start with the top. We'll set them aside in the order that we took them off. The top two are bigger than the two that hold on the side rail. We'll continue down the rail. And the bottom screw does not come completely off the rail. It will stay attached. So loosen it and let it go. To the other side. At this point, we'll take a piece of cloth and put it over the keyboard so that when we go to install the new LCD panel, that we don't scratch it up. We're going to take it from the top. Lay it down, move it over to the side so that we can expose the connector. We are then going to pry up the small piece of tape that holds the connector to the LCD panel. Where the connector connects to the LCD panel, there is a small clasp. Just take something, lift the clasp up. Once the clasp is free, you take the cable, sometimes they're attached, and pull it straight out. There you go. After we have disconnected the LCD panel from the display cable, we are going to remove the rails. Each rail is held on with 4 small screws. They're all the same size, so you don't necessarily have to worry about any order in putting them back on. And there we are. We can now install the new LCD screen. To install the LCD screen, the first thing we'll do is remove the protective film. There are 2 pieces of tape that hold it on, and we can just take the tape off and remove the film completely. Next, we will take our rails and we will reattach them using the 4 screws. We want to make sure that we know that our orientation is correct. The lower bracket has 1 screw in it that does not come out. That will go on the bottom facing in towards the screen. We then take our 4 screws and put them into position. We'll move the screen to the other side. We will now attach the second rail to the LCD screen. Again, we are going to make sure that we have our orientation correct, that the bracket with the screw that stays in is going to go on the bottom and face towards the screen. put it into position, take our 4 screws and attach to the screen. We can now reconnect the display cable. We're going to slide it over a little bit to make it a little bit easier. Take our display cable, hold the latch up above. Take the cable, slide it in flat until it's fully inserted. We'll take the latch and just pop it back in. We can now put the tape back down and secure the cable to the LCD screen. We will move it over and put it into position. Lines up with the top and the bracket on the bottom. We want to make sure that these pins used for lining line up with the bracket on the top. We can then tighten the lower screws. Use the 2 smaller screws for the sides. There's actually 4 of the smaller screws, 2 on each side. And the 2 larger screws go up here at the top. We can now reinstall the bezel. We'll start at the bottom. These 2 pieces, and there's 2 small things that come out here. We're going to slide it in at the bottom, just like that. Push it into position, and now we can reattach it. We just apply light pressure going right across the bottom. You'll hear it snap in. Come up the side. Push down, you'll hear it snap. And across the top. Once more around the sides, just double check. You can check to see that it's flush. All good. Close the lid. Turn it over. Reinstall the battery. Turn it over. Open it up and power it up. And there we have it. We have installed a new LCD screen on a Dell Precision mobile workstation M6700.